sutang ekang samayang bhagava Savantiyang viharati jetavane anatha pindikansa arame Atako anyatara devata abhinkantaya rantiya abhinkantavanna Kevalakampang jetavanang obasenva Yena bhagavate nupasangkami Upasangkaminva bhagavantang abhivadenva Ekamantang antasi Ekamantang titakosa devata Bhagavantang gataya anjabasi Bahudeva manunsaca mangalani acintayung Akangkamana sontanang brohi mangalamuntamang Asevanaca balanang panditanang ca sevana Puja ca pujaniyanang etang mangalamuntamang Patirupadesa vasoca pumbija kata punyata Anta samma panidija etang mangalamuntamang Bahu sancanca simpanca vinayo ca susinkito Subhasita jaya vaca etang mangalamuntamang Mata pitu upantanang puntadaran sesanggaho Anakula ca kammanta etang mangalamuntamang Dananca dhammacariyaca nyatakananca sanggaho Anavanjani kammani etang mangalamuntamang Arati virati papa manjapana ca sanyamo Ampamado ca dhammesu etang mangalamuntamang Garavo ca nivato ca santunti ca katang yuta Halena dhamma savanang etang mangalamuntamang Khanti ca sovacansata samananang ca dansanang Khalena dhamma sakanca etang mangalamuntamang Tapoca brahmacariyanca ariya-dassana dansanang Nibbana sancikiriyaca etang mangalamuntamang Puntang seloka dhammi cintang yansana kampati Asokang virajang kemang etang mangalamuntamang Eta disani kanvana සම්බන්තමපරාදිතා සම්බන්ත සොන්තිං ගච්ඡන්තිතං තේසං මංගල මුන්තමන්ති ඒතේන සංච වංජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සංච හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සංච වංජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං
Very good evening. Namo Buddhaya to all our devotees out there. Good evening. This is a Friday evening Dhamma talk. Well, I see a lot of our devotees have already joined us and they have made full use of the comment box. Well, carry on with the wishing with each other, expressing good greetings. I'm happy that you are with us at the moment when we go live. Thank you for your wonderful response. Well, this evening we have this topic is called Teachings of All the Buddhas. And I must tell you is that we have Ariya-dassana, who is now residing at Subhangjaya Buddhist Association as the Vasa monk. For those of you who are not aware of the background of Ariya, and Ariya is from the north, and he is been very compassionate. He's spending his time at the SJBA, and on every week, it's a Thursday morning, 10 a.m., giving regular Dhamma talk in the Hokkien dialect. Then a bit of history is that Ariya joined the late chief Reverend D.K. Sri Dhammananda novitiate program. As all of us know, the late chief is always inspirational whenever he gives talks. I'm one of those who have been finding the late chief have been very inspirational. It was at this program that Ariya realized that the monastic life is very meaningful and has since then aspired to be a bhikkhu. And later on, Ariya had become more serious in Buddhism and follow Buddha's footsteps to be involved with the Dhamma propagation. This evening, Ariya will be giving us a Dhamma talk in English. Let me tell you, we have to listen very carefully to what Ariya have to say. I'm sure you also like, the presentation will be with easy understanding approach by using stories. I love stories. I'm sure many of you will agree that we all love stories. However, if you have any questions regarding the talk, please make use of the comment box. Type your questions at the comment box and we will try to answer as much as possible. And due to time constraint, we may not be able to handle all the questions. Let us welcome Ariya-dassana to proceed with the talk, the title, Teachings of All the Buddhas, Part 1, Avoid Evil, Do Good, Purify the Mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ariya.
Sukhihoto, before we begin the Dhamma talk, let's pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha and observe the 5 precepts. Let us now bow 3 times to the Buddha. Buddham pujemi, Dhammam pujemi, Sangham pujemi. Okay, let us begin our homage to the Buddha and followed by the 5 precepts. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. 5 precepts. Panatipata viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adinnadana viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kamesu miccachara viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musavada viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Suramiraya majjapamadatana viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Apamanadina sampadita. Okay, let us begin our talk. So, Sukhihoto to all the members and devotees of Subhamjaya Buddhist Association. This is the first time I address you. So, okay, let me introduce myself, a brief introduction. My name is Bhikkhu Ariya-dassana. I was ordained in a Pa'ao monastery in Myanmar. But whatever tradition we are ordained doesn't matter. Let it be Pa'awa, Mahasi, Sri Lanka, Thai. We are all brothers. We are all brothers in the Dhamma. We are fellow Sangha. As long as we are Theravada monk, we follow the same Vinaya. We are all brothers and sisters. I was born in Penang. Then I came down to KL to work for 31 years. Went to Myanmar to ordain, and now I'm back in Penang again. I stay in a small house, about 600 square feet, with a lot of trees around, making it look like a forest. That's why I call it Vimutti Vana. Vimutti means deliverance or liberation. Vana means a grove or a garden. So let us begin our talk. I'll be giving a series of talk. So this will start with teachings of all the Buddha in Dhammapada 183, 184. Buddha's is described as teachings of all the Buddha. Avoid evil, do good, purify the mind. So how we do good, how we avoid evil, everyone have different perspective, but it's best to follow the guidelines laid down by the Buddha. There are 10 evil deeds in Akusala Karma, 10, and 3 more in Sigalovada Sutta, making it a total of 13. So what are the, we start with the first one first, killing. Like just now we took the 5 precepts, we abstain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and taking intoxication. There's 5 basic precepts. So killing, what is this killing? When we recite the precept, Panatipata Veramani Sikha Padam Sama Dhyami. Panatipata means taking away the life of some living beings. In short, it is killing. No matter what living beings, whether it's human beings or animals or those beings in the sea, on land and in the air, all covered, all also considered living beings. Then Veramani means abstain. Then the next one is very important. Sikkhapadam means train yourself. And the last one is Samadhyami, I take it upon myself. So if you join it up all together, it means you take this precept, you undertake this precept to train yourself to abstain from killing. That means it's a training process. So initially, when people are introduced to Buddhism, and you tell them everything against the precept, they are very scared. So we must understand this precept is a training precept. So for example, starting, we do not kill human beings. Probably they may kill some animals. But later when they understand and realize why it is important not to kill, then slowly they will also give up killing animals, killing mosquito, killing ants. These are all killing. I have a devotee in Penang. He used to kill chicken, a lot of chicken. So he sells chicken in the Pasar Malam. So we call him KFC Leong. His surname is Leong. So we call him KFC Leong because he do everything exactly like KFC. Chop the chicken into, I think, 8 parts or something, then go and deep fry them and sell. So of course it's very good business. People like fried things, and it's cheap compared with KFC. So it's cheap, very good business. So one day he was resting in his home, and he saw a lot of chicken running all over the house. There's no chicken, but he can see with his eyes chicken running all over. So after that, he consulted we all monks. Then he slowly give up this business. So when you understand, then you slowly give up killing every living being, including mosquito and those ants. Like us Bhikkhu, we are not allowed to kill even the larva of the mosquito. We are not supposed to kill. Not only kill, no. For example, you can find some larva in the water, we are not supposed to boil away. So this constitutes abstaining from killing. So you have to train yourself slowly when you understand why they are born in such a state. Then you have compassion for them. So once you have compassion for them, you automatically you will not kill. So killing, there are a few points to note now. Number one, you do not purposely kill. If you accidentally kill, it doesn't matter. So, or if you do something that help with the killing, without any thinking of helping to kill, then there's nothing. There are a lot of story here, especially in killing. There are a lot of story in the Dhamma which help to explain the teachings of the Buddha. There are a lot of story. I tell you story not to entertain you, but more to illustrate the points. Okay. So we don't kill, don't purposely kill. Like I say, don't kill human being, don't kill animals, insects, and the sea animals like the fish, the prawn, the crab, and the seashell. There are some people who kill because of wrong belief, of ignorance. That's why ignorance is very serious karma. In fact, only an arahant would not have ignorance. You can be first stage, second stage, third stage, you still have ignorance. Only an arahant have eradicated ignorance. For example, like the Brahmin, the Brahmin in India, they used to do a lot of great sacrifices. What they do, they burn alive. Sometimes 500 cattle, 500 goats, 500 sheep, a few thousand, they burn it to kill it. After that, they eat, they makan, they have a feast. Especially these Brahmin who are advisor to the king. They are very greedy. The main purpose is to burn alive, barbecue the animals for their own stomach. So they advise the king to get 500 cows, 500 bulls, 500 sheep, 500 goats, 500 chicken, dig a big sacrifice pit and tie many poles and tie the animals to the pole. Then they scattered dry grass all over. Then they burn the dry grass, and the dry grass will also burn the animal. That's how they do the killing, because they believe that if they sacrifice all these animals to the so-called God, then the God will grant them certain wishes, take away some calamities, like for example COVID, they burn so that the God will take away the COVID. This is what they believe, wrong belief. Some people kill for fun, like some people go fishing. Do they really need the fish to eat? No, it's more for fun. Then come out, they weigh the fish, how big is the fish? They compete with each other, or they shoot the deer especially the royalties. They shoot the deer, and many people will help around. They help to trap the deer so that it won't run away, so the king or the prince will shoot them easily. So this is group killing. That's why they have sometimes accident or mishap. Things happen in a group because of group killing. So like us Chinese, sometimes we also kill like 8 days of Chinese New Year. Bai Thi Gong, you all pray to the Saka, ordered roast beef, roast chicken. So you think that the God will accept the sacrifice? In Hokkien we call it Sing Le, so that God can grant you wishes. These are all wrong belief. You think that God want to eat this sort of thing, right? You know, there's one time Mahakassapa was meditating 7 days, 7 nights, deep meditation. So when they come out from this deep meditation, and during these 7 days, 7 nights, they don't eat, they don't sleep, they even don't breathe through the nose. So he is almost like dead already. It's only thing that body is still warm. They breathe through the sweat pores. This is only deep meditation they can achieve this. So when you come out from this sort of deep meditation, if you do dana to such a person, a lot of merits. So one time Mahakassapa was out of deep meditation. So Sakadeva Raja wanted the merit, and he came down to human world, dressed like an old poor man, and a wife like an old poor woman, and offered lunch to Mahakassapa. So Mahakassapa accepted it. But when he opened the bowl, when he received the offering, this sort of aroma, this sort of smell, I've never eaten before. This is not human food. So he asked Mahakassapa, are you asked the old man, are you a deva? So Mahakassapa identified himself that he is Sakadeva Raja. So Mahakassapa asked this Sakadeva Raja, how come you come down to earth, to human world, to snatch away the merit supposed to be given to human being? He said, up in heaven we also need merit. That's why when you do transfer of merit, also to devas, also not need to ghosts, also to deva. Some of your relatives are also born as deva. They will also sometimes come to ask for merit, because up there's no chance of doing merit. So our food offered to the Sakadeva, you think he want to eat those merit, he won't eat. That's, for example, like the food given to the dog, the cat, the pig, you want to eat, man. It's not your food. So our food is also not the God's food. Don't simply offer to them. They don't eat. They don't eat this sort of thing. So some people wrongly offer to the gods, thinking that is a good merit. Sometimes we offer to our ancestors also. 1 year, normally 3 times we offer. We offered on Cheng Bing Day, 7 moon, and the last day of the year, we offer to an ancestor. Do they really eat this food? This 2 years, no Ching Bing, no 7 moon, cannot go out and celebrate. Do the deed, ask for the food. No? Why this year never send food to us? Actually, they cannot eat this food. So don't waste. But of course, if you want, you can do some simple offering, just as a remembrance of the departed relative. Buddha said, we always must remember our past relative and transfer merit to them. Transfer merit to them is we offer dana to the monks or to those needy people, like old folks home, orphanage, some home, you offer to them. Food which can be eaten, or some things that they can use, like for monks can offer robes, offer medicine, offer shelter, sometimes offer transport, or you can offer food or medicine to the old folks. These are all meritorities. Then after that, you have to transfer merit to the departed relative, whether they are ghosts or whether they are devas. So, and some people accidentally kill. Sometimes people kill because of sport, remember? And sometimes because they are pests. For example, in Klang Valley, people like to shoot crows. Sometimes the municipal authority will reward them. How many crows you shoot, you get how many dollars, how many ringgit. These are all killing. So number one, why introduce a crow? Introduce the crow, then you do the killing. So sometimes pests, sometimes white ants, the house full of white ants. Like my house also got white ants because I'm staying in a squatter area, and my house is not concrete, partly concrete, partly timber, partly zinc. So a lot of white ants. No white ants, we don't kill them. We don't ask the exterminator to come and destroy them. If white ants, what we do is we remove the part that is attacked by the white ants, then remove them, then we put in new materials. So now normally I replace with metal. This wooden thing cannot last. Then sometimes you want to kill ants. Why are there ants in the house? Because after eating, you never wipe the table, never mop the floor. Got traces of food, they will come. Like my place, I ate a lot of ants on. So every time after eating, we must remember to clear all the place. And my place hardly got cockroaches because I don't leave any place for the cockroach to hide. Those places which are closed, I put the mothball, so the cockroaches won't come. You can do prevention, take preventive measure so that the pests won't come. Even the mouse, the rats, I close up all the holes in the house. Got little bit holes. Sometimes at night I hear crop sound. The next morning I go around and see where is the possible entry hole for the mouse or the rats. But I try to close up. You can do preventive action. Cannot take destructive action. Okay. There are a lot of stories. For example, in Dhammapada, the first story, Tera Cakku Pala. Cakku means eye, Pala means protector, eye protector. One day the Buddha, one day he went to visit the Buddha, to pay respect to the Buddha. Normally when our teacher come, for example, when Pao Sayadaw, he came to 2 years ago, he came to Tengkil. So myself from Penang also purposely come down to pay respect to him. And we stay there for a few nights until we go back. So this Chakupala came to visit the Buddha. So he also stayed for a few days. And one night when he was doing walking meditation, remember meditation, there are 4 postures, sitting, which is the most common, then walking, standing, and reclining, not sleeping, reclining. When he was doing walking meditation, he accidentally stepped on insects, a lot of insects. If you go to the forest, normally a lot of insects. Like when I was staying in Yangon, actually it's not Yangon, it's outskirts of Yangon, still Yangon province. It's a place called Tangling, about 1 hour away from Yangon, still called Yangon. So during the Vasa, especially now, Vasa, at night, a lot of these tiny grasshopper, baby grasshopper, about 1 mm or 2 mm big only, very small. Thousands of them, they come. I don't know why they come, and all of them tomorrow, the next day, when we go in for our meditation, we go in, a lot of tiny grasshopper dead on the floor, so we have to sweep. So a lot of these small insects. So Chakupala, he accidentally stepped on the insect. He didn't, because he's blind, so he stepped on it, he don't know. Maybe his feet, the bottom of his feet already rough. Because last time people, the sole of the feet is very rough because they usually don't wear slipper. Then they walk about, go in the mud, they walk. Then he come and visit the Buddha. Also he walk. Last time no car, no motorcycle, no Grab. Have to walk. Sometimes a few 100 kilometers, a few 1,000 kilometers. Also walk. Buddha also walk. So they do a lot of walking. So the sole is rough, very thick. So they step on the insect also, he doesn't know. So he killed, in this way he killed a lot of insects when he do walking meditation. So the next morning, when the younger bhikkhu, normally it's like that, the senior bhikkhu don't do much work or the visiting. The junior bhikkhu, normally they have to do a lot of things. Like in Myanmar, all the bhikkhu are assigned work. Like in our Pao monastery, the main monastery, there are about 500 bhikkhus. About half of them are local and half of them are from overseas. So all the local bhikkhus have to do work, no matter what work. Some have to take care of electricity, sometimes change the bulb, change the tube. Sometimes some bhikkhu will take care of the plumbing work, sometimes leaking. Then some have to sweep the kuti of the senior sayadaw or the mop. Sometimes they have to wash the robe for the sayadaw also. So all the local bhikkhu have to work. But for us, foreign bhikkhu, we are exempted because they say we are foreigner, we come here only for maybe a few months or a few years to learn meditation. You all devote your time to practice. So we are given some privilege. Even when queuing up for food, we are given privilege. Foreign bhikkhu line in front. Then local bhikkhu, no matter how senior you are, you must go behind the foreign bhikkhu. They are okay. They are not jealous. It is a privilege for them. So the junior bhikkhu was sweeping the kuti of Chakupala, and they saw a lot of insects die. So what they do? They go and complain to the Buddha. say that Jakupala killed the tiny insect. So Buddha questioned them, did you see Jakupala killing? They said no, but it's on the floor dead. But you cannot assume that it's killed by Jakupala, or Jakupala purposely killed it. Anyway, call Jakupala here. So they call Jakupala, and Jakupala said, I don't know, I was blind, I can't see. Then Buddha said, you see, Jakupala is an Arahant. That doesn't purposely kill, doesn't purposely do evil deed. So they apologize. Number one, why is Jakupala blind? Previously, Jakupala was a physician, a Chinese, sometimes like a sincere. Last time no doctor one. Got doctor but not like us. Qualified must go for MBBS all these things. So Jakupala was a eye physician. Then one day, a poor lady came to see him with some eye problem. So he said she has no money to pay, but she said if her eye can recover, she and the children will all become slaves to this Jakupala, then the physician. So after applying the medicine, the lady, the eye was cured already. But he bluffed, he tell lies, he bluffed. Jakupala still say that her eyes get worse, but Jakupala can see if you worse or better, the way you look at things, he can know. So Jakupala say, okay lah, okay. Jakupala know. So Jakupala say, actually your eye haven't, okay, I give you another medicine, better one, because your eye not 100% cure. I give you another medicine, another ointment to apply. So he gave the ointment for her to apply. And so she happily applied the ointment. And actually the ointment is poison. So it made the lady's eye turn blind. So as a result of giving the poison and making the lady blind, in the future life, he was born blind. Not born blind, he was actually okay one. Then because he and his brother called Mahapala, and one group of them, they were practicing, but he was practicing very hard, and he over practiced, and it hurt his eye. Then after that he turned blind, because if you overuse your eye, you can turn blind. When he's up to sleep, you have to sleep. So he turned blind. So after that he was blind. So doesn't mean that this life you can escape. You can escape forever. Sometimes in the next few lives you may suffer. That's why Buddha says karma is very hard to understand. So that finished the first story. That's another story. So the story is Jakupala didn't purposely kill, is not considered killing. Your mind, your intention is not there. For karma to be considered karma, then firstly you must have intention. If you have no intention, there's no karma. Number two, there's a person called Dhamma Datika. Dhamma Datika was a executioner. His job is to chop people's head. I think that's the only thing he knows how to do. one slash, the head come out already. He was very experienced. So he worked for the king as an executioner for 55 years. So probably that time he was maybe 70 years or 75 years already. So he retired from the post. Then one day he went to a river to bathe, take a shower in the river. Last time people bathe in the river or by the well because there's no pipe water. Everyone has to bathe outside the house. So he went to bathe. Then he bought a specially prepared food. Maybe his favorite food he want to eat. So he bring along. So after taking a shower, wiped himself ready, then he was about to eat. But that time, Sariputta, Reverend Sariputta, he saw that this man can be helped. So he purposely went to this Dhamma Badika and stand in front of him. So Dhamma Badika was thinking, for so many years, what I have done is chopping people's head. I've never done any good. I've never do any dana. So let me offer my food as dana to Reverend Sariputta. Reverend Sariputta also came out from this deep concentration, 7 days. So it's very good karma to offer a meal to a person who come out from deep meditation. So Reverend Sariputta accept the food, sat down, purposely sit there and eat because he want to help this Dhamma Badika. He know that Dhamma Badika can be helped. So he purposely sit down in front of Dhamma Badika and start eating. As he eat, he can see that Dhamma Badika, instead of being very happy, his mind was very troubled. Because when he think back, he start to reflect, for 55 years, I don't know how to do dana. I only do how to do good. I only do how to do bad. So he was troubled. Though after eating, after Reverend Sariputta had finished eating, he purposely asked Dhamma Badika, what have you been doing as a livelihood, for a livelihood? And he said he's an executioner, he chops people's head. So Sariputta asked him, do you enjoy doing the job? He said, no, I don't enjoy it. In fact, I was quite hesitant to chop people's head. But why you still chop? Because it's an order of the king. The king ordered me to chop. If I didn't chop the people's head, maybe the king will chop off my head also. So he said, this is my occupation, I have to do. So he said, if the king asks you to do and you are not actually like to do you think you are karma or not? Then I think should not be lah. Then Venerable Sariputta say, yeah, that's true. If you do the killing without any intention, no intention, there's no karma. So after that, his mind was able to settle down. Then Reverend Sariputta gave him a Dhamma talk. And after hearing the Dhamma talk, he got the first state of sainthood, Sotapanna. Sotapanna is not very difficult to attain. So he attained Sotapanna, then Sariputta after went back. So he also went back. Also when on the way back, the Dhamma Badika got an accident. Last time no car accident. Last time usually is caught by the buffalo. He's caught by the buffalo because last time a lot of cows and buffalo. So he was caught by the buffalo. So in the evening, and many people saw it. So in the evening, the Buddha, usually the Buddha in the evening will have a session with the Bhikkhu. So there was a question asked, say why this Dhamma offered food to the Venerable Sariputta after he was caught by a buffalo. Buddha said, don't worry, because this Dhamma is now in heaven because of the great offering. Reverend Sariputta came out from deep meditation and he offered the food. And because he understands the Dhamma, after listening to Reverend Sariputta, he understands the Dhamma. Then, no matter how he dies also, he's born in heaven. Because once you attain Sotapanna, Buddha say you are very safe because the doors to the lower world is closed. It's closed for you. You cannot be reborn in hell. You cannot be reborn as a ghost. You cannot be reborn as animal. You cannot be reborn as asura. These four places are closed for you. You are either reborn in heaven or back in human plane only. You cannot go down. So it's very safe. And Buddha says as Sotapanna, within the 7 next lifetime, will attain Nibbana. You know how many lifetimes we have been? We were born already. Buddha say, your tears that you cry over the many lifetimes is more than the water in the 4 great mighty ocean. Buddha last time also know the 4 oceans already. Just imagine that. So, like now, for example, how much can you cry? How much tears can you cry? If you collect all the tears that you cry in this lifetime, how much? Maybe 1 pill? Just imagine the water in the 4 great oceans. Your tears is more than that. That's why Buddha said we are born countless times. Cannot say thousands or millions or billions. Countless times. And Buddha said if you take your bone, you stack it up, it's higher than the Himalaya mountain. The bone from all your previous life, you can collect them and stack them up, it's higher than the Himalaya mountain. So imagine how many lifetimes you have been born already, and how many more lifetimes you have to undergo unless you attain Sotapanna. Sotapanna actually is not very difficult. Sota means hearer and Panya means wisdom. That means you hear something and you got wisdom. Because last time Buddha's teachings are all by words. So you must hear the words from somebody, then you got the wisdom, not the complete wisdom, but the lower wisdom. Then you can attain Sotapanna. It's called, some people say it's a glimpse of Nibbana. That means you have an idea of how Nibbana is like already. So how to become a Sotapanna? Number 1, you let go of sakkayality, meaning that the wrong view of the body. You think that the body is you. You are in the body is in you. You are the body. Actually, no, you are not the body. Your body, Buddha says, is only the 5 aggregates. Only these 5 aggregates. What are 5 aggregates? 5 aggregates is, the first aggregate is the body, earth, water, wind and fire. Second aggregate, feeling. Happy feeling, sad feeling, jealousy feeling, all sort of feeling. Next one, perception. You see something, you know. You know what perception? It means from the past experience, you know what it is. I like to give the example of this show. I believe many of you have seen the show, The Gods Must Be Crazy. someone from a helicopter threw down a Coca-Cola bottle. Then the Negro can pick up, doesn't know what it is. So he bring home, then people use as a cooking utensil, rolling pin, can make music, blow, 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 got music, can do all sort of wonder. But he know that it's a bottle only, because he has no perception. So if you see something and you understand what is it, then perception means knowing something as they really are, in the worldly sense. Then you have mental volition, means you want to do something, your decision to do something. And consciousness, the last one, eye consciousness, nose, mouth, ear, and your skin, the touch consciousness. So you are these 5 aggregates only. If you die, all these things will, depending on the karma, it will manifest another one immediately. No 49 days one. According to Buddha, no 49 days. So you have clear understanding of this body, sakayaditi, you let go. Doesn't mean that you don't take care of this body. You still take care of this body. You need to take care of it. For example, when you're sick, you still need to see a doctor, take the appropriate medicine. You need to eat and drink to sustain this body. Then you have to clean this body, to maintain hygiene. You have to take care, because this body will allow you to practice. How you practice? Because when you sit, you can meditate. If no body, how to meditate? Unless you are in the arupa loka, different. So you need a body to practice. And when you practice, you feel pain, you feel itchy, you feel all sort of sensation. This will help you to attain, to practice. That's why they say pain is a teacher. So you sit meditation, after 10 minutes you feel the leg pain. This is teacher. So you have a clear understanding of the body. Then you have confirmed faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Some people say, Buddha, what is it? Just a human being only, also can die. What's different between me and the Buddha? It's in the mind. So you have complete faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. The teaching there, also if he come up from his mind, when he teach me something may be wrong, then the Sangha say there's no Arahant one. Where got people practice like that one? So you have no confirmed faith in the Buddha. You must have 100% faith in the Triple Gem. Then you let go of rites and rituals. For example, people say on the 1st and 15th cannot sweep the floor, cannot wash the hair. These are all rites and rituals. Certain day must go and in Penang are very popular, must go and buy Ho Ya, Gui Tai Sui. They take one pile of joss paper, until to spit into it, then they take a shoe and beat, then Gui Tai Sui. Buy Ho Ya, they feed the tiger spirit with eggs and pork like that. And they also recycle what they feed you, feed the spirit, then take out again. The next customer comes, go and use the same thing to feed again. All these are rites and rituals. Or if you go to somebody's funeral, come back, must wash the face with flower water, red paper water. These are all rites and rituals. No benefit one. These are all because of stupidity. So you must get rid of all these things. So a Sotapan will automatically get rid of all these things. No need to explain so much one. He still only understand already. This is Sotapan. So Sotapanna, the Buddha said, is very safe. 7 more lifetime and reborn in heaven or human being above. But I think born as human being better, because we can still continue to acquire merits. This deva also depend on us for merit. If the merit spent already, just like your money spent already, still have to come down much. So, so this Dhamma, after listening to a Dhamma, he died and he was reborn in heaven. Not only heaven, no, Tusita heaven, no. Tusita heaven, it was stated here. Tusita heaven means the 4th level of heaven. Not only Tigong level, higher. After Tigong is, after Sakadeva Raja, the lowest is Chakumarajika. In the north you have Yaka. In the east you have Gandhama. In the south you have Kundama. And in the west you have Naga. These are all Chatumaharajika heaven. Chatumaharajika, they are not good, not very good. In the Dikha Nikaya, chapter 32, the last chapter in Dikha Nikaya, there's one sutta called Atanatiya Sutta. That one, the 4 heavenly beings come down and tell the Buddha, say that Buddha already know, but just to highlight to the Buddha that because the devas there, they don't like the Buddha and the teaching, because they like to drink, they like to fight, they like to do a lot of things. So that level is not very good. People who are born, who used to kill, especially kill animals, and lying, also can be reborn in heaven. They just have to do a lot of dana only. They can be reborn there already. Just like now, you can see in Dato, the school, they donate 300,000, $500,000 to put up their name. This they do dana. The highest they can go is Chatumaharajika Deva. So above the Chatumaharajika is the Sakadeva Raja, Tawatimsa heaven of the 33. That level, okay, better. Because in the lower, I think in the Chatumaharajika is just like our earth only, our heaven only. Because in the human plane, a lot of people do evils. More people do evil than do good. Up in the Chatumaharajika, also very near to us, also the same thing, only higher up, Tawatimsa heaven, more good already. There they can listen to Dhamma. They have a big Dhamma hall, they can listen to Dhamma. So higher up in Yama world, King Yama, in Hokkien called Gyamlo Ong. I think King Yama, a lot of people think that King Yama is in hell. King Yama control hell, but he's not in hell. Just like our Agong, he control the prison, but the Agong don't stay in prison. The Agong stay in palace. You must understand that. Yama means very nice. All the Deva there are very nice one. Not like the 7 months you see this sort of beings, very fierce face. No. Yama is very beautiful one. Then higher up is Tusita heaven. Tusita heaven, normally those who want to born as a Buddha will go there. Other beings also got other beings, they are very good, they go there. So this Dhamma was reborn in Tusita heaven, very high heaven. So because of listening to the Dhamma, and he understand what you have to do to attain first state of sainthood. Number 1, you must associate with wise people. That means those who know the Dhamma. Don't mix with the drunkard lah, the gambler lah, these sort of people. Or the rough people. Always mix with the wise. Then listening to the Dhamma. Like now, you are listening to Dhamma. Number 3, listening with attention. Some people one ear listening, one ear handphone. Some people the ear listening to Dhamma, the hand are playing with the handphone. You must give proper attention to the Dhamma. It's very important that when you listen to Dhamma, your attention with attention, especially with our Bhikkhu, when the monk is talking, we have to put our arm like that when we listen to the Dhamma. You must give respect to Dhamma. Don't listen to Dhamma and do something else. But of course, if when you are driving or what, it's okay to listen to Dhamma, because your mind that time cannot be 100%. Some people on the music, it's better to on the Dhamma. You pick little bit from there. There is not disrespecting the Dhamma, because you have to pay attention on the road. Then this is some side benefit lah. So you can listen to Dhamma more, cut away your sensual pleasure. Then living in accordance with the Dhamma. That means whatever you learn, you put into practice. A lot of people learn but never practice. It's called the academic Dhamma only. Whatever you learn, you have to put into practice. Then this is living in accordance with the Dhamma. For example, you learn the 5 precepts. You must practice the 5 precepts. Cannot cheat. Some people, I was told, Taiwan, when they take the 5 precepts, if they still want to drink, they do. I do like that only. 4 precepts. I was told during my layman time, they say if they want to drink, they do like that. They don't do like that. They do like that. So it's very important you live in accordance with the Dhamma. Actually, there are still a lot of story more, especially in killing part, a lot of story, and this story is very good for you. I will continue next session. So now I think the following session is question and answer already. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wow, that was a very interesting Dhamma talk by Bhante. In fact, there are a few things that I gather from this talk. Definitely, there are a lot of stories, as I told it to you earlier, and it makes it easier for us to understand the message of this Dhamma talk using stories. And Bhante has emphasized the importance of associating with the wise. We are gathering together at this time for a common purpose, listening to the Dhamma. Remember, we carry on with the 5 precepts and not the 4 precepts, as told the joke on the some of the people. I take it that we also must listen to the Dhamma regularly in order to gain wisdom, clearing dust from our eyes. And what Bhante says, when we listen to the Dhamma, remember to listen attentively. Isn't it great? Well, we have questions. let us invite Bante back for the Q&A session. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me see the question. All right. Let's have the first question. Okay. Let me see. All right. Bante, before we became a Buddhist, we were not aware of the first precepts until we begin to take refuge and learn of the five precepts. What can we do to overcome our concern that we had done wrong on frequent killing of other beings? Over to you, Bante.
Okay. Actually, the Buddha say, what you have done is over. You cannot undo it. Huh? So what you can do is you do more good action. Buddha gave a, a sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, a lump of salt. He said that, for example, you can take a lump of salt, put it in a cup of water, stir it. Can you drink or not? Obviously, you cannot drink, right? Because it's too salty. Then, then you take that salt, you pour it into the Ganges River. There are a lot of water. Is it still salty? Can we drink? Can, right? So similarly, this salt represent our bad deed, akusala karma, and the water represent the kusala karma. So when your kusala karma is more than the akusala karma, then you don't feel the saltiness. So likewise, if you do a lot of good things, your bad karma may be diluted. But of course, sometimes you still have to suffer, because okay, if you take the story of Angulimala, I think a lot of people have heard it, but briefly, Angulimala has killed 999 people, right? So a lot of salt, right? Then later, when he listened to the words of the Buddha, he suddenly want to become a monk and throw away all the fingers. Then he practiced as a monk, practice diligently. This practicing diligently represent the water in the Ganges, because we are going to learn avoid evil, do good, purify the mind. Purify the mind means meditation. Meditation, a lot of benefit. So your good benefit is more than your bad karma. Then you will overcome it. And finally attain arahanthood. So this Angulimala, he killed 999 people, can become arahant. We can become arahant or not? Right? Right. I think there are a lot of stories to illustrate. Later, you'll come across some more story. Then like Tamba Badika, he killed so many people. He also can become Sotapan, right? So you ignore the past because you cannot undo it already. What has been done has been done. Of course, you still have to suffer. Like Angulima, when he go out for Pinabat, he's still beaten up by people. People throw stone at him, throw stick at him. So Buddha asked him, "Are you angry with them?" He said, "No, because I understand why they do this to me. Because Arahan or even the Sotapan will understand already why this sort of thing happened to you. So over, suffer a little bit to get more, to get enlightened."
Okay. All right. In other words, we forget what we have done previously. We did wrong, and we just have to practice what we have learned today and tomorrow, and make sure that we practice the correct thing. Very good. Thank you very much, Bante. We have this second question from right from Theo. We are told to pour away and clear water with mosquito larvae. Otherwise, the municipal council will take action. What should we do if we don't clear it? Bante?
Yeah, it happened to me a few times, because like I say, the place where I stay is a squatter area, is just a mini jungle, a micro jungle, and a lot of mosquito, a lot of ants. A few times I noticed also because of rainwater, a few container got larvae. So what we do is, luckily for us, nearby there's a stream. We go to the stream and pour it. So we don't kill it. Uh, so for you, probably you can find longkang or somewhere and pour it. The best is to keep the place clean. Don't have empty bottle, empty container, face up, so that rainwater can collect. Try to get rid of all these things. Avoidance are better.
Hmm. So the message to us as Buddhist practicing Buddhists is that we try to avoid, right? To prevent or to avoid having to face this problem. So it's like us, like in our garden, we make sure that they are not don't have retained water, especially after the rain. We have to check. In other words, we have to keep the place clean so that the mosquito will not have an opportunity to lay the eggs or to produce the larvae. And one of it is that from my experience is that when I see something that is beyond my control, like a drain that is stuck, so I pour a bit of oil in there. Where it may help for a short term. Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Bante. All right. I think probably let me see. Polling question. All right. Well, we have another question. Yes, if we were to be involved in the chicken business, because the story in the chicken business, I mean, raising chicken to be slaughtered, then the person, or just let's say if I'm in the business, then we cannot be a good Buddhist. What can we do then?
Change occupation, no. Just like, remember yesterday I told the story. Uh, One devotee, he slaughtered chicken and fry the chicken and sell like KFC like that. So in
Yeah.
the end, he changed trade lah. Uh, no choice because if you are involved in this business, a lot of killing.
Mm,
Who you want to blame? Yourself, right?
mm,
You have
mm.
to blame ourselves. So the other way is to change business, no? Uh,
Oh.
slowly, you look for a good opportunity, then you change. No?
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, if that's the case, then uh, if if coming from a family of big business, wow, then we have to decide what to do when I go into new business.
I can
All
edit.
right,
I can
yeah.
edit. Last time I have a devotee. The family was involved in fishing.
Mm.
The father is a fisherman. So later, because as fishermen, they earn also not much. The middleman is the one who earn the most.
Yes, yes.
So usually, sometimes raining season, they got nothing to catch.
Mm,
They
mm,
cannot go out to sea. So a lot of time they are in debt. So they have to borrow from the middleman. And
mm.
later
All right.
they balance up lah, 扣小 lah, come back. So later change trade lor. He change trade. The
Oh,
father say, "Aya, this sort of livelihood cannot lah." So
oh.
later he changed to become a motorcycle repairer. He managed to learn up the trade. So he become a
Sure.
motorcycle
Oh,
repair.
okay.
Now he's a dealer, also, motorcycle dealer. In fact,
Ah,
1 year
right.
he was selling, and he got a prize. Now he was sent to Switzerland for a few days holiday. Uh, so you change trade lah. You
Oh,
must be brave lah enough to change.
great change, huh? I think when we do good things or do good business, I think you'll be much easier. All right. Okay, we have the next question, Bante. Let's see. From regular Leong Yuming. Thank you. It is mentioned that if a practitioner does vipassana meditation as well as the metta meditation, can generate tremendous merits. Can Bante please elaborate on this?
Well, meditation, as long as meditation got good merit, whether samatha, vipassana, metta, or whatever meditation you do, it is very high merits, very high merits. So you continue doing, never mind. As long as what you learn is beneficial to you, you can make progress.
Mm,
You still continue. Uh, so as long as you find you can progress in a meditation, so continue, never mind. You can get a lot of merit from all sort of meditation. And metta meditation, remember, Buddha said that 11 benefits. In Anguttara Nikaya 11.16, the Buddha point out 11 benefits. First benefit is you go to sleep easily. Second benefit, you have no bad dreams, no nightmare.
uh,
Third benefit, you wake up fresh.
mm,
Fourth benefit, you are more pleasant looking because you always think of good. Metta means good. You think of good wishes for a lot of people. So you are more nicer looking. Then number five, human being like you. Number six, heavenly beings protect you because you also send metta to the heavenly beings. Number seven, evil spirits and ghosts cannot disturb you. Number eight, when you do things, your mind concentrate better.
mm.
Number nine, poison, uh, weapon, and fire cannot harm you. This one is really, there's one time, one fellow want to take knife and cut me up. Uh, he confronted me. You go and look for a knife. I go and look for a knife. Uh, and then when he go out and look for a knife, I faster close the door. But the door, I tell you, one push will open already. Especially the back door. One push can open already. He go and knock the front door, go and knock the window, slash the window also. Never touch the back door. This is just one piece of wood only. And
Mm.
meanwhile, I called the landowner, and all of them rushed from the house. I think about 10 motorcycle come. I think they took about 10 minutes because it's 4 kilometers away. They rush over and finally talk to him. I think because of metta. If not because maybe metta will the deva will prevent him prevent them from seeing the side door. They cannot see the side door, only see the front door, which is very solid. Uh, so the last two is when you die, your mind is not confused, you are not frightened. And the last one is if you haven't attained enlightenment, you'll be reborn in the Brahma world. So practice
Mm.
meditation. Uh,
Wow.
meditation is good. All meditation is good.
All meditation is good, huh? So we can practice both metta and vipassana.
Can. You
It
better
will
you
be.
must practice both. You must
Mm,
practice. If you
mm,
practice samatha only, you learn from somebody who know vipassana. If you practice vipassana only, you must approach someone who know samatha. Both are equally important because uh, the seven eightfold path is right mindfulness, right? Number eight,
mm.
right concentration means the four jhana, and the seven one right mindfulness means a lot of things. mindfulness of body, uh, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of Dhamma, and Dhamma object.
Mm,
Of Dhamma object.
mm. So, but Bante, do you can we say that for a beginner, we should start off with metta first, and then before we proceed with the other types of meditation? Is it works that way?
Anyone, because some people are more suited for rising and falling. Some people are
Mm,
more suitable for anapana. Some
mm.
may not. Up to them. See
Yes.
what is beneficial to them, what subject they can make progress. That's important.
Mm. All right. All right, brothers and sisters, let's go for the last question because it's getting late. Last question. Bande, if we were to do dana to the old folks or underprivileged homes, do we have to conduct the dedication of marriage immediately, or can we do it later when we return home? Uh,
Can you can do anytime. Huh?
hmm.
Not only you do dana to old folks home or underprivileged home, every day you must remember to transfer marriage every day, not only when you actually do something, because every day sometimes you do certain thing which is beneficial to people you may not know. For example, if you are walking in the street, someone asks you where is this place, you direct them where, you direct them to the right place. This is also dana, Sometimes a lot of things you do, you never know it is good. So every day you must transfer merit. Buddha told us that because our relative, a lot of them are waiting for our marriage, a lot.
Oh,
Uh, so we must always, as many times as possible, not only one time, one day. I do many times a day one.
oh,
For
so
example, during the lunch dana, I also
uh,
transfer merit. When I do evening chanting, I also transfer merit. So the more the better. It doesn't cost you a single cent.
okay. Oh, then we must think of reflect what we have done for the day, and then we feel that is good, and we can use that to dedicate the marriage. If we don't have anything, then we better look for our chanting book and we start chanting.
One day you may do one thing you do not may have skipped your attention. Yeah. So as far as possible, try to transfer merit every day.
Thank you, Bante. That was a very good advice, and Bante has answered some of those questions, which are very good learning. And beside good learning, it's also very good reminder to all of us, and to in order to upkeep ourselves spiritually. Thank you very much, Bante. And for the over the last 1 hour, more than 1 hour, brothers and sisters, we had been listening to the Dhamma from Ariya-dassana with a calm mind. With the merits gained, we would like to invite Ariya-dassana to lead us in the dedication of merits to our loved ones and to our departed relatives and friends and all beings. Over to you, Ariya.
Okay, let's do it slowly. Imam no punyam bagam mata pitunanca Ariyananca Sabha satanam nanca Sabha mitananca Sabha natinanca Sabha pitananca Sabha dewatananca Bajema Idam no punyam bagam Sabha satanam dema Sabbe sata sukhi hontu Idam me nyadinam hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo Idam me nyadinam hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo idam me nyadinam hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo idam me punyam tamina bhame bala samagamo satam samagamo hontu yava nibbana patiya idam me punyam asawakayam vaham hotu idam me punyam nibbanasa patayo hotu sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Thank you very much, Ariya-dassana. Thank you to all the devotees who have participated right from the beginning and who have stayed until to the dedication of marriage is so important to us, as explained. Before we end, let us pay homage to Triple Buddhang Pujemi, Dhammang Pujemi, Sanghang Pujemi. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Sukhi Hontu. Thank you for participating. Thank you for joining us in today's Friday online Dhamma talk. Wait later on, next week, refer to our Facebook or wait for the announcement on the WhatsApp message. I would like to wish all of you and your family be well, happy, and peaceful always. Good night. Stay safe. Sabbe Sata Sukita Hontu.
Bahung sahan semabhinim mitesayudantang ngirimi kelang uditego Sasene marang Dana di Dhamma vidina Jitwa munindo Tang tejasa Jaya